Rare, real photos you need to see. 1949 Bear versus Man boxing match. The Bear won. A photograph displays recovered money notes from the Titanic. A man working on an analog computer, 1967. Balaji Badejo in his alien costume, 1978. A Ku Klux Klan meeting in Georgia, 1915. Central Park in New York City, 1933. A 1958 photograph captures a gas station in Germany. Nighttime coffee scene in London, 1952. Dubai in 1990. The first Disneyland admission ticket sold on July 17, 1955. A 1909 photograph captures Chicago's rush hour. The 1892 inaugural issue of Vogue magazine, aimed at both sophisticated and young readers. The Statue of Liberty in Paris before its disassembly and shipment to New York, 1884. A 1960 New Year's Eve party is captured in this image. A 2,000-year-old Roman face cream with finger marks on the lid reveals ancient beauty habits. The first ever underwater image. The construction of the Golden Gate Bridge, 1934. A 1987 photo captures a heart surgeon and patient post-23-hour transplant surgery. People picnicked with alligators at a Los Angeles attraction for nearly half a century. The uniquely colorful peacock spider, found in Australia and China, uses specialized UV vision to hunt. The landscape of Ben Nevis, Scotland. El Peñón de Guatapé is a massive climbable rock monolith in Colombia. The balloon man's distended large intestine, preserved at the Mutter Museum, illustrates the fatal effects of chronic constipation. Soviet youths in 1937 practiced gas mask drills as part of civil defense training. 19-year-old Vladimir Putin. A 1920 colorized photo depicts Border Patrol agents attempting to detain a fugitive crossing from the U.S. back into Mexico. The death sentence imposed on freedom fighters. Times Square during New Year's Eve, 1940. The construction of the Hoover Dam between 1931 and 1936. A 1968 demonstration showcased the groundbreaking computer mouse GUI and windowed computing. Alexander Graham Bell in 1892 initiated the first New York to Chicago telephone call, surrounded by executives. A chimp holding a newspaper after his successful spaceflight, 1961. The construction of the Manhattan Bridge, 1909. Young Princess Elizabeth is depicted in her late teens. Garrett McNamara attempts a record-breaking surf on a massive wave in Nazaré, Portugal. Buzz Aldrin taking a selfie aboard Gemini 12, 1966. The Manhattan Bridge during its construction, 1909. 1895, the dramatic train wreck at Montparnasse Station. The historical first image captured of the moon, 1840. 1969, the Beatles preparing for their iconic Abbey Road crossing. George Nissen, the trampoline's inventor, jumping with a kangaroo, 1960. A 1930 photograph depicts individuals seeking employment during the Great Depression. Bill Gates' arrest for speeding. A 1978 photograph captures the Microsoft staff. A 2007 Alaskan bowhead whale hunt revealed a 19th century harpoon tip, indicating the whale's extraordinary lifespan. The Pigostat is a medical device designed to immobilize infants for scans, though its comfort is questionable. The interior of a salt mine located in Soledar, Ukraine. The immense scale of a large industrial machine. Firefighters battled the La Tuna fire in Burbank, which consumed over 5,000 acres. The 5,000-year-old Arslan Tepe sword, a bronze weapon found in Turkey. A painted rock transforms a seaside boulder into a whimsical shark-like spectacle. Iceland's Vatnajökull glacier ice caves, formed by glacial rivers. The altar of a church damaged in Karakosh, Iraq is shown. Donald Trump's 100 million Boeing 757. The 3rd century Gospel of Judas, a Gnostic text, controversially depicts Judas as a favored disciple, challenging traditional biblical narratives. A 19th century conjoined twin specimen discovered in a medical school closet was donated to the Mutter Museum. NASA's Cassini spacecraft captured a unique Jupiter South Pole during its journey to Saturn. Ex-tropical cyclone Alfred brought severe weather to Australia's east coast. The sandfish lizard of North Africa swims through sand using specialized scales. Jean Royer's mid-century limited edition sofas, only about 300 made, with one selling for $746,000. Thai Buddhist monks offered prayers at Wat Dhammakaya Temple. A 4-bedroom Hong Kong mansion, priced exorbitantly due to its large private garden, pool, and seclusion. Nearly 9,000 participants from Assam's tea gardens rehearsed the traditional Jhumar folk dance at Sarusajai Stadium. A shepherd guided his animals towards the cooler foothills of the extinct volcano, Mount Nemrut. Leonard Nilsson's 1965 Life magazine photo essay, Drama of Life Before Birth, captured in this image. The 16th century skull-shaped watch of Mary, Queen of Scots, served as a memento mori. A hiker encounters a massive moose on a woodland trail. Sam Walton's 1962 Walton's 5 and dime marked the beginning of Walmart. A 1920 invention introduced the first oxygen supply storage system. The $3 million silver scrolls, 7th century BCE amulets found in Jerusalem, offer crucial insights into early biblical texts. The earliest known photograph of the Taj Mahal dates to 1855. Handel's handwritten Messiah manuscript, a 3.9 million auction piece. The remote 880 Ciudad Perdida in Colombia, predating Machu Picchu. Maxwell and Sutton's 1861 image of a ribbon marked history's first color photograph. A 1922 photo shows Tutankhamun's tomb with its undisturbed seal. An early 1920 self-portrait suggests a nascent form of the group selfie. The Mütter Museum displays a jar of a woman's peeled skin, a rare and unsettling representation of dermatillomania. Powerful earthquake in Japan that killed at least 62 people. The 16th century Codex Mendoza, commissioned by a Spanish viceroy. The elusive okapi, a giraffe relative with zebra-like stripes. Giant panda mother Aibao carries one of her newborn female twin cubs at Everland Park in Yongin. The Ying Wen, China's earliest gold square coin from 600 to 500 BCE. A firefighter used a drip torch to burn vegetation in an attempt to halt the rapidly expanding park fire near Mill Creek. Participants led by St. Nicholas and followed by the horned Krampus and drummers paraded through the streets during the annual Whitby Krampus Run. A newborn Sumatran rhino calf, a critically endangered species with a population under 50, walked in its enclosure after its birth. Bill Gates posed with his favorite bicycle in the 1970s. The Golden Gate Bridge opened on May 27, 1937. The first X-ray image, taken in 1895, captured Mrs. Wilhelm Röntgen's hand. Fresh snow dusted Ukraine's Motherland Monument in Kyiv. Harley-Davidson's origins trace back to their inaugural 1903 factory. Protesters rallied against animal cruelty prior to the San Fermin Festival's commencement. NASA astronaut Christina Koch photographed the eye of Hurricane Dorian from the International Space Station. Painting by Hiroshi Yoshida was a 20th century Japanese painter and woodblock printmaker. A 1918 American family, including their masked cat, confronts the Spanish flu. A 1970s television set represents a bygone era of home entertainment. RNLI lifeguards demonstrated the float-to-live technique at the Sky Pool in Nine Elms. Venice's canals underwent a 1956 cleaning by being drained. The first ambulance appeared in 1869. James Wallace Black's 1860 photograph of Boston from a hot air balloon is the earliest surviving aerial photograph. A 1930s Calcutta photo captures the unusual sight of a zebra-drawn cart as transportation. Forensics are investigating the crash site in Vinhedo near Sao Paulo, where a Vopas ATR-72 turboprop plane carrying 61 people crashed. The Soyuz MS-24 spacecraft launched from the Cosmodrome towards the International Space Station. 3 plastic humanoid shells filled with sodium chloride solution used for measuring radioactivity.